Was that the bounce that saved Bitcoin? Are we going to 10,000? That is the question. This is Crypto Rolly, the crypto watch that never stops. Live technical analysis, price predictions, and trading. Welcome back, guys. If you enjoy these videos, hit the like, comment, subscribe, tick the bell for notifications. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. Trade at your own risk. All right, let's jump into the market. All right, weekend, slow volume, less than 500 million on the real volume of Bitcoin, but we do see some minor gains, 2.74% on Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash is up 10%. You got Bitcoin SV 6%. But yeah, you see 2 to 3% on all of the majors in the top 10. So looking good for the bounce. Crypto Fear and Greed Index is to a 42. It was down to a 40, creeping up. I imagine if we hold this level, this will get back into the 50 range. We will see. And the block having 107 days. Good to see. Quick little news bit I saw. Bitcoin hodling among institutional investors on the rise. This is good to see. It says this rapid increase of physical delivery could indicate growing demand for holding Bitcoin among institutional investors instead of only trading. So basically, the difference between backed and CME, because both of them are for institutions. CME is paper trading. Basically, you don't have to own any Bitcoin to trade Bitcoin on CME, where backed is physically delivered, so you have to actually own the Bitcoin to trade the Bitcoin. And they're saying they've seen a dramatic increase, 1,625% increase, actually holding the Bitcoin. So before, on back they might trade it and then get out, trade it and get out, but they're seeing an increase in these investors holding it. And this is going to be important because we all know the institutions have the money to really push the price much further. If they want to take this to 20,000, they can, but they have to all get on the same page and they have to hold it. So if we're starting to see an increase in institutions holding Bitcoin, that is a good sign. All right, thought that was interesting to see. Good news for Bitcoin. So let's go to the charts. All right, so over the weekend, we had a bit of, I would say, somewhat predictable trading, which is nice to see when things go your way. So I think last video we were maybe around here on Friday. We had this horizontal resistance, support flip, then we broke out and we were testing it as resistance again. So on the first pass, this was definitely a sell, and we did get rejected here and we fell down, but the bulls picked it right back up, and we actually had a bit of a falling wedge pattern that was possible. These patterns are very subjective. People can draw them any way they like, and so we were looking at something like this, and then late last night we could see on the 4-hour we were looking to break it. So I took a little long here as well, and we have taken off, and that's good to see. So guys, I like to be in and out, especially when we're choppy like this, because let's look at it here. I took a short here and I took my profit here. I wasn't like, oh, man, this is going down to 6K. I'm going to hold it to 6K. I'm going to make so much money. Nah, I saw an opportunity to take profit, and I did. And then I ended up flipping long over here, and then I took profit again. Why? Because had I taken a short here and just waited for 6K, well, instead of getting profit here and then getting profit here, I would have made nothing, got stopped out on zero. So sometimes it is good to be in and out, especially in an indecisive market. If we start trending, up and up and up, yes, I'm going to hold my longs for much longer. Maybe I'll start scaling in, adding to my position, stuff like that. But right now it's choppy. Take the profits where you can. The reason I did take profits here is because the CME will open up later today, and this is where the CME closed. You can see closed right here. Let's look back at our chart. and so that was like somewhere around here, right? So if we open CMEs and the spot price is here, I imagine we'll come back down to retest this as support again, close the CME gap, and then maybe we can continue that way. So I want to see what happens when the CME opens, and I'm always happy to take profits. All right, that's my own personal strategy. We'll just move on to the charts, let you guys decide how you like to trade. Okay, so let's talk about these levels. On the 4-hour, this horizontal, we're going to want to see this hold as support. Okay, let's move to the EMA. So this was nice. We broke out, and we're currently trading above all of the moving averages on the 4-hour. Your 50 EMA is coming in at 84.80. We're going to want to see that hold. All right, that's going to probably line up somewhere with the CME gap getting retested. So pretty simple there. Just want to stay above all of these guys. Our Ichimoku, we broke above this blue conversion line. Nice to see. Your pink baseline and the top of the cloud are going to be your resistance on the 4-hour Ichimoku, coming in at 8,700. Let me throw on the Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Ready for this week. We're praying for those in China. Hopefully this doesn't get too scary. Okay. Getting crazy. All right. So we did break above the middle BB, and we're currently trading above the top Bollinger Band at 85.22. Current price 85.53. So yeah, if we could close above that, you could see something possibly riding the top of the band, top of the wave. Let's look. Our Stokes are coming up, looking nice and healthy. Your RSI broke above this. You had a high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and we broke above, new high, looking good. Looking good on the 4-hour. All right, let's go to the 12-hour. On the 12-hour, we did hit our middle BB resistance, so no surprise to see a little bit of resistance, a little bit of a stall. So the middle BB is coming in at 8,600. So on the next 12-hour candle, that might be the range to break. We want to get back above this middle BB, consolidate above here, and then your upper resistance is going to be at 89.80. So you can see right here we were riding the middle BB. Once it broke and we closed beneath it, we retested it, and boom. So we want to get back above in the bullish zone. Moving on, Ichimoku. Ichimoku's trying to make another attempt back to the top resistance, 8,700. Your support's going to be down here at 8,020. So if we do get a rejection, because you can see here on the 12-hour, you have a high, lower high, and still a lower high. So if we do get rejected in this area, this could be the support area. All right? But if we can get back above here and form a new high back above this guy, that would be nice. And we're going to probably make an attempt to 9,000. If we can get above 9,000, we're going to start talking about 10,000. And I can show you why in a second, as long as I remember. All right. Our EMA, nice. Okay, so over the weekend, we were being held down. We were held in this range. As you know, previously in the week, we were in this range between the blue 10 simple and yellow 21 EMA. And I said once that broke this weekend, we most likely would be in a range between the yellow 21 EMA and the 50 EMA. And we are breaking above. We're going to want to see us close above the yellow 21 EMA at 84.79. This is good to see. Could see it come back down to test as support, would not be a surprise, so don't freak out. But this is good to see the 12-hour back above all major moving averages. Let's take a look at the Stokes. Stokes got the cross. All right, 12-hour Stokes, when they get these crosses, they're usually pretty good signals. I'm pretty bullish on a 12-hour cross coming from way down here. Has lots of room to go. That's nice to see. But like I said, the CMEs will open later today, so I have to keep that in the back of my mind. That's why I did take my profits, and I'll have to visit this later today to see if I can get get another entry back in. Okay. So that is good to see, guys. Um, Looking good. Anything else? Let's move on to the daily. Let's take a look at the daily. The daily still coming down, but starting to curl ever so slightly. So, you know, maybe if we do get some continuation higher, we're going to see this cross back up, and that would look super nice for the bulls if the daily could cross back up. And currently on the RSI, we do have this trend. Let's see if we can draw it. It might not be perfect, but you'll get the idea. All right. So you have this low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Now, if this breaks down here, that might be a signal for the bears for further continuation down. But so far, this looks good, and we could make another attempt all the way back to the top of this region, which would coincide probably with another attempt to the 9,000 region. Okay? Let's delete that guy. All right, we looked at our Stokes and our RSI, our EMA, MAs. So right now we did meet the 10 simple, blue 10 simple right here, resistance 86.16. And our yellow 21 EMA has been holding us as nice supports, coming in at 83.34. We did touch down on the 200 EMA, this light green 200 EMA, around 8,200. So that was a region that we were looking for. The reason, you know, I was calling for 8,200. I was calling for 8,200 probably in this region if you went back to the videos or you were watching, because, well, you know, if we couldn't get above the 200 simple, I imagine we would retest the 200 EMA. We want to stay above this 200 EMA on the daily to maintain a bullish narrative. And also you had the breakout here. You saw this ascending triangle right here on the daily. So a breakout retest, classic. You're going to hear me talk about this in pretty much every video, and you can see it play out every day. So we're stuck right here. So let's see. Are we going to break above this blue 10 simple? The next target would be the 200 pink 200 simple on the daily, 89.29. It is coming down, so it is going to be adding downward pressure. So we do need to see us get back above this. All right. Let's see. What else? Ichimoku clouds. We bounced off this blue conversion line. The blue conversion line is rising, so that's good to see. It's going to give us upward pressure. You do have the top of the cloud coming in at 86, 87. So yes, if we can get back above the cloud and a new higher high, we're going to probably make that attempt. Okay. Let's see. Bollinger Bands. Trying to close back above the middle BB right here. So we did break beneath it, but we didn't get a full-on move down to the bottom of the band, bottom of the Bollinger Bands. We are trying to get back above the middle. That would be nice to see a daily close above here. And then the top resistance is going to be 9,094, kind of similar to where that pink 200 SMA is coming down right there. All right, looks good. We can play with the drawing tools right quick. Let me close this one. All right, so why 10,000? Let me get rid of this wedge here. Like I say, wedges are more subjective. You can draw them any which way you like. You know, actually, real quick, if you look at the 12-hour, say you didn't really believe in the wedge, all right? You could start drawing something like this. This is just going to be a downward channel, like that. So maybe this isn't a wedge. Maybe it's a downward channel. You know, you keep moving the tool or drawing tool around. That's why it's not the most reliable. But you know what? Using that wedge, I was able to make that scalp long. So we're going to want to see us break above this trend line, and then we can make an attempt up there. Okay. So this could be a type of like a bull flag type formation, maybe. So anyways, we did have the 200 simple coming down in this region. Maybe we can put that one on as well. Hopefully this isn't too crazy. We'll get rid of this downward channel I had drawn, and we'll leave this horizontal here for now. Okay, so this pink 200 simple is coming down and lining up with this downward trend line that I had drawn as well. And this is just a hypothetical trend line, like most of the drawing tools, as I just explained. So we want to get above the 200 simple, would coincide with getting above this trend line, and I'll show you that to make it look a little nicer. So we'd get above here. And then if we can start closing candles above here, we're going to want to make an attempt above this guy here so that we can finally get a higher high. The first time in over 7 months, you had a high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and currently we are still putting in a lower high. So on the macro, you cannot be so sure of yourself calling a bull market just because we had this trend line that everyone was drawing here. Okay, people were drawing this one, and once this broke, people were like, bull market, right? But you know what? Subjective. So what we really need to see is us break above here. So if we break above here, that's coming around the 10,000 region. We want to see us get up to 10,000. And if we can get up to 10,000, not only are we breaking here, but we're also going to be breaking this support flipped resistance horizontal. Horizontals, though, are good trend lines. They hold way more weight. A horizontal holds a lot more weight than any type of wedge or diagonals. Okay, that's just my opinion, but I think that's an opinion that a lot of traders share. So anyways, you had support, and we broke down, and then we retested it as resistance, got rejected. So we're going to want to see us get back above here, use this as support. Not only are you getting above here on your higher high, you're also going to form support back above here, and then we can start talking about maybe consolidating above this trend line, which goes all the way back to the 20K. All right, you can see that there, from this touch to this touch. And 2 touches isn't the most amazing trend line. Usually you want 3 touches. So this isn't the most important trend line. I'm pretty sure everyone has it drawn as maybe a symmetrical triangle. But like I said, it only has 2 touches. So maybe we even break up to this level here, back to 14,000, and you'd have a horizontal resistance coming across here, So lots of different things to look at. And let's say that we don't break above the daily 200 simple. Let's say we get rejected again at 9,000. This would start to look like a potential descending triangle. So you have this trend line coming down, and we could make another attempt, get rejected, maybe a double top situation. You have this horizontal support here. I'm not saying it's going to come all the way down here, but this is just, a potential possibility. You could have us come down here and another bounce, something like that, right? This could be a descending triangle. And descending triangles do tend to break down. So maybe, let's go to the weekly. I'm kind of bouncing around all over the place, but this is something that I've been meaning to discuss for a while. Your EMA MAs, the 200 EMA on the weekly is steadily rising, as is the 200 simple, the pink one. They're both rising here. So if we did form a descending triangle in this region, I think by the time we got around here in this pink purple vertical line, this is May, so this is where the halving is going to come in, somewhere around here. Okay, by the time, if price is ranging in this area, by the time we get to the halving, this 200 simple, I imagine, will rise to the 6K region, which the 6K held the price up in 2018, that entire year, until we had the massive breakdown. So possibly we have a descending triangle. It breaks bearish like they mostly do, but then you have this coming up here, and that would give you support. So maybe it's just a little drop, and then it finds support in this region, and after the halving, we start the rally of all rallies. All right, these are a lot of hypotheticals, but people want to talk about big pictures, long-term time frames. That's kind of what you're looking at. Ideally, for a bull, what I do want to see is not a descending triangle. I want to see us maintain above the yellow 21 EMA. But if we lose the yellow 21 EMA, maybe that's the situation. Descending triangle, finally come back, retest one of these guys, and then move on. All right? But if we do stay above the yellow 21 EMA, you can see that that held up this entire bull market from 2016 all the way through 2017. So if we can hold a yellow 21 EMA, that would be way more bullish, way more exciting, way more subscribers, way more likes, views. Yes, hit that like. Don't forget to hit that like. Tick that bell. Oh my God. All right, so let's hold above this. That's what I want to see. We will, the weekly candle is going to close later today. Looking good so far. What I do want to see is the next weekly candle to be green if this does maintain above. Okay? What else? Our Ichimoku cloud. What would be even nicer is if we could get back into this cloud by the end of today. Weekly candle will close. The bottom of the cloud is 86.38. If we could close above that, that would be great. Otherwise, we will close this weekly beneath the cloud and get a bearish Kumo cross I've been discussing for a while. But that's pretty much one of the only bearish indicators on the long term that I'm looking at. We'll look at the Heikin Ashis and the Stokes on the 2-day and 3-day, and I think I skipped the 1-day. But that was the only thing that's making me hesitant. But you know what? You're not going to have 100% indicators pointing bullish. If you do, well, then that would be the best sign of the world. But it's not that easy. Okay. Anyways, Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Band, we retested the middle BB and we're still in the bullish zone. So that's also good to see. Our stochastic still gliding and rising. Okay, but we do want to see this RSI also get a higher high. Okay, you had this downward trajectory. We did break it, but let's see us get a higher high on the RSI. So let me go real quick back to the daily, make sure I didn't skip anything. I think I covered it all, breaking above the middle BB, Ichimoku, yes, and we discussed the EMAs, that was good, the Stokes curling, okay, all of that looked good. Real quick, let's take a look at the 2-day Stokes. 2-day Stokes are still coming down. You have a bit of a falling channel right here, as we discussed earlier, but on the 2-day, this looks like a bull flag. You have your pull up flag and potential pull up flag, pull up. Okay, and where would that target be? Just on the 2-day, out of curiosity. So we can draw this line here, and then we're going to drag it to the bottom of the flag, and that target is going to be 10,280 roughly, which would also be a test of the top of here. So that could be the scenario. We could have had our bounce at 8,200 and we were putting in a 2-day bull flag to test the top of this, finally get a higher high, finally break above this horizontal. That is a possibility, okay? Keep that in mind. 3-day had the cross down on the Stoke, but it's crossing back up. So that's pretty cool to see. I'm not bearish. I am not bearish. If we, break below 8,000, I'll start considering that descending triangle more. But currently, as we stand, if we can just maintain this region, I'm pretty bullish for another attempt up. That's just what I'm saying. This is not financial advice. So I think I covered all of the bases. Let's look at our Heikin Ashi to finish it up, okay? This has been a good video, if I can toot my own horn. If you like it, leave a comment. Oh, God. So, Heikin Ashi. So our Heikin Ashi on the 3-day is putting in bearish candles, but you know what? If we do make an attempt up, you're going to start putting in green ones. So that it's not scaring me. It's not scaring me. Let's go to the monthly. The monthly is still putting in wicks on both sides. Looks like an indecision Heikin Ashi, a reversal Heikin Ashi. Could be this guy here. Could be the launch pad. Let's see. We got less than a week left in the monthly, so this is good to see. If we can close this level, man, if we could even make this one green, guys, I'm getting excited. All right. The 1 week, still putting in green ones. So on the weekly, the Heikin Ashi trend is still bullish. You can see what happened here. Are we looking at that? I hope so. I hope so. All right, 2-day, you do have your reds coming down, kind of similar to the 3-day. Let's look at the 1 day. 1 day is putting in a reversal, green Heikin Ashi. If we make our attempt, these are going to start turning green, looking good. I imagine the 12 hours green. 12 hours green. So this could be a nice signal for you guys. 4 hour, looking good. So I'm feeling kind of bullish, but I have to keep in mind the CME. So we'll revisit this later today. Tomorrow could be a big week for Bitcoin. Let's see. All right, guys, stay safe out there trading. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe, like, comment, and we'll see you next time. Crypto Rolly Roll.